welcome back to Minnows to Kings here in San Marino with SS Cosmos. It's been a little while since you were last with us. It's been a few months. The league has been just a rout really. If we have a quick look through the schedule, last time you were with us was of course the San Marino Cup quarter final. You can see here we've played rather a lot of games. It was December last time you were with us. It's now April. All green except for a friendly, which was after the winter break that they have in San Marino, just to get a little bit of match fitness. You can see though we've been very good. We have started conceding a few more goals as of late, and there is a reason for that, which I will go over with you. But yes, we're still absolutely flying in the league. You can see we've comfortably qualified. It's coming into, we've got one more game left in the season. Play 27, won 27 with 81 points. We've scored a total of 90 goals. We've conceded 7. Nobody scored more than 1 past us in the league. But if we, I want it to be on the league there. If we have a look at the player stats here, you can see in terms of goals, Kevin Rossi leading the way with 20. We've also got Filippo Matteo Manusco Catronella, who has now amassed a total of 17 goals. I wasn't very impressed with him when he first came into the team. Didn't play a lot. He started complaining a bit about his lack of first team football, so I thought I'd give him a chance, and he's repaid me really. In terms of average rating, Luca Tonazzi has been absolutely fantastic on the left wing. Again, in terms of assists, he's got 12 assists. Clean sheets 14 for Tyre Evans, which actually ties the record which we set ourselves with Stimac in goal, believe it or not. So one more clean sheet in the final game of the season would win that. In terms of the defence, why it's been a little bit poor for us. If we have a look at outs, you can see that Antonsen actually left us. He has gone back to Iceland, I believe. He certainly has. He's gone back to Iceland, gone back home to Reykjavik. So we've had to make some changes. We are also losing Christian Lupoli, another one of the defenders. He's going to Giare. He's joining at the beginning of next season though. He might be here for the European games next season, which is very good. We're also potentially going to lose Lorenzo Caradonna, which again would be a disaster. Have offered him a new contract. Would be our highest ever appearance fee for a player. In terms of the finances, speaking of contracts, I've managed to get it down to £787 a week. I've got rid of a lot of the youth players who just weren't going to cut it. Obviously we've lost Antonsen as well. I did manage to negotiate some of the contracts down a little bit as well. So we've got a few players on a little bit less a week. Club Vision, this has been flicking between stable and secure. It's very worrying considering just how well we are doing. The board is still disappointed by the performance in the Champions Cup. They actually say that they're disappointed with it, that we're only fairly competitive, but they can understand that the team had a difficult draw, but they're still not very happy about it. We have also completed the training facilities upgrade. You can now see that we're at 1.5 star, which is average, which is really good. We did bring in a replacement central defender. We brought in a San Marino defender, Luca Brizzi. He's played very well. Well, I say very well. He's played 13 games. He's got a 6.95. It's okay, but he is developing very nicely. In terms of today, though, it's going to be a double header. It's going to be the Cup semi-final against Penarossa. We're at that stage of the season now where we are going to have a few episodes. We're going to have the semi-final of the Cup, potentially the final of the Cup if we get into it. And we've also got the playoffs coming up. But let's get into today's game anyway, without further ado. Some of these double header episodes, they do go on for very long, for a long time, but it's just the way it is, unfortunately. But this is the team which has basically become our starting lineup. We've got Evans in goal, Bran, Brizzi and Lupoli across the back three. Tonazzi has been fantastic. Caradonna again also been really good. Midfield pairing of Oselli, Diarra, and then we go Rossi, Tomasoni and Manusco Catronella up front. And they've just been battering teams. There's been a few close calls, 90th minute penalty in one of the games, but I'm looking for those 28 out of 28 wins. Will be absolutely fantastic. The next step after that is to do the same again without conceding a goal. You can see there the Cosmos starting lineup. Obviously, every game won in a row. Penarossa not in the best of form. 2 wins out the last 5 with 3 defeats. But let's get into the game today. And we've got a highlight straight from kickoff with De Angelis, who passes the ball back to Palmer, who plays it long, and we've picked up the ball straight away with Lupoli, the man who is leaving. Now Tenazzi, the standout performer, looks long up the line. It's going to run straight through to their keeper, who actually picks out Ubernati, and now it's Cesaroli advancing down the left. The yellow shirt swarming around him there. It's Diallo. De Angelis again. Quite a long highlight for straight from the kickoff, but they are passing the ball around quite well, and they've played one over the top of us, and it's Ubernati, but Tyler Evans gets his hand to it. Very worrying signs there very early on in the game for us, just considering how well we have played. But they do have the corner, which is swung in by Cesaroli, and it's headed clear by Christian Orselli there. Great defensive header from the central midfielder. Now, can we actually get ourselves into the game? Another highlight very early on, we've got Rossi to Tenazzi, plays it inside towards Lupoli. It's Brizzi, Bran passing the ball around well across the back. Rossi comes short for the ball, he plays a long ball forward, and it's going to be collected straight away by their keeper again, who gives it straight back. Bran, Orselli, Diarra. Diarra's been a little bit of a quiet performer, but his match performances have been really, really good, but he just sort of flies under the radar. It's Lupoli now, with Tenazzi down the left. Can he add to his assist tally for the season? He almost does. Tomasoni gets his head on the ball, but it just clips the bar. We're getting ever closer to that professional status coming though, boys. It's like the thing that this save early on is made up about. It's all about becoming professional really early on. Then we can actually build a team, a proper team. We can rise through the rankings. We can do much better in Europe and attract better and better players year in, year out. I didn't expect it to come so fast, the turning professional. It's now coming up to the end of season 3. We're in the playoffs for the 3rd year in a row. We're looking to win the championship for the 2nd year in a row. It's been a really, really good start to life in San Marino. Tenazzi pinches the ball there. It's Tomasoni. Diarra finds Tenazzi again. Tenazzi, using his pace, feeds Manusco Catronella, and Catronella finds the net for his 19th goal of the season. It's offside. Offside. It looked offside. I thought it was offside. I don't know why I celebrated. He did finish it well. But yeah, Catronella's really, really stepped up in the sort of second half of the season. He came to me demanding football. I gave him the games. He said he was happy. I left him out. I actually brought Nasty in, who was also demanding first team football. Nasty has been released because he was publicly unhappy, and I didn't want that sort of unrest in the squad. He wasn't really good enough anyway. But Tenazzi does get his assist. It's a far post cross with Diarra on the end of it. Diarra slots the ball into the back of the net. Yeah, Nasty publicly unhappy about his lack of game time. He wasn't the best. He was maybe 4th choice striker, so we let him go for the sake of squad harmony. And we brought Manusco Catronella back in, and he's really settled in well now. He's formed a partnership with Tomasoni and Rossi, which is working really, really well. You can see just how well Rossi's been playing since we've made him a permanent fixture in the squad again. We brought Brizzi in to fill that Samarese slot so that we could actually play Kevin there. It's 0-0 at half time. Oh no, it's not. It's 1-0. We scored, didn't we? Only 1-0 at half time though. We've had 13 shots, 14 shots with 7 on target, and it's only 1-0. It's a little bit poor. 1 goal and Penarossa are back in it. But it's Caradonna to Manusco Catronella. He's got the ball pinched off in there by Martin. Now Diallo, Palmer. Can we pinch the ball back? De Angelis, Martin. Up the line towards Cesaroli. It comes back inside to Diallo. And there's the pinch back. It's Diarra. Rossi. Caradonna advancing down the right hand side. He's also played very, very well. He's got a few assists to his name. It's Orselli. It's Diarra again. Diarra gets his shot off and it's gone over the bar. we haven't really found our feet in this game. We've misfiring a little bit. We've got 8 shots on target, and we've only scored 1 of them. But can we actually add to our lead now? It's Orselli, it's forward to Manescu, Catronella. He comes back to Caradonna. Caradonna gets the ball to the far post where Tenazzi's waiting. Tenazzi pull back for Diarra, and Diarra just casually rolls the ball into the net for his 5th goal of the season, his 2nd of the game, and it's another assist for Tenazzi. I'm really hoping that I can actually hold on to the majority of this squad going into Europe next season. I'm hoping that the professional status kicks in before any of them are pinched, really, so I can just get them on contracts, just so I've got a squad for Europe next season. Last season, Europe was a little bit of a struggle with us with our lack of squad depth. But if I can get some players onto contracts, keep hold of them, just for the sake of Europe this season, I can then build on that. I can look to sell them, or get them on such low contracts that I can just sort of leave them in the reserves, help the reserve team, help some of our younger players develop with some first team footballers in the reserves. But we're coming into the final 5 minutes of the game now. It's been a comfortable 2-0 victory. We've absolutely dominated the game. Hopefully Penarossa aren't going to get one back now. We don't. Tenazzi clears the ball. Tenazzi's been absolutely fantastic. They are coming back though with Albani, who curls one over the bar. Taylor Evans there just sort of watched it curl over. He was either very confident or didn't think he was going to get there. But you can see just how well the wing backs do work for us. Diarra picks up the man of the match. The 2 wing backs with excellent ratings there, and that's 2-0 in the first leg of the cup. Excellent. Now we do have the final league game of the season in between now and the second leg, which I will play off camera, and we'll come back for the second leg against Penarossa. Right, let's get into today's second leg. Just the one game since you're last with us, the final league game of this season against Avertus. Comfortable 2-0 win. Orselli and Tomasoni getting the goals there. That does confirm our unbeaten season. Play 28, won 28 with a goal difference of 85. You can see that the first round of the playoffs has already been won. One quick thing to note is Folgore. They squeaked in on the last day of the season. They were actually playing against Juventus Tegano, and they won 3-1. Before that, they were outside of the playoffs. They did actually get through in the playoff though. They beat Trey Penny on penalties. So Folgore, obviously the team who won it back to back just before we won it, estimated value of 3.28 million, which is, I believe, the highest in the league, only just sneaking into the playoffs. We have been drawn against Fiorentino. You can see there the game to be played just a few days after the second leg of the cup, which is today's game. Obviously got the 2-0 lead over Penarossa from the first leg. Just looking to confirm that. Kevin Rossi did finish as the league's top goal scorer in the regular season with 20 goals. Tyler Evans also did break the record for the most clean sheets with 15 clean sheets from 28 games, and he didn't even play all of the 28 games. We were rotating the keepers for a little while at the start of the season. But 15 clean sheets, obviously, I think, what was it? We conceded 7 goals all season in the league. Pretty good. So we have to be favourites to win the playoffs now. I've got a feeling if we don't, then we're going to get the sack. So just the way the board, the job's only secure, and it's fluctuating between stable and secure, which isn't great. But Catronella's through on goal inside the first 4 minutes of the game, and he picks up his 19th goal of the season there. Minusco Catronella, excellent finish, great play by the lads, and that puts us 3-0 up on aggregate. You can see here, Brizzi picks the ball up, feeds Orselli in midfield, first time pass to Tomasoni, and it's a great through ball to Catronella, one-on-one with the keeper, gives him the eyes, sends him the wrong way, and that makes it 1-0. Looking forward to the game against Fiorentina. Should be a good game. Should be, based on the league, should be another win. Obviously, we should win the league in the playoffs. But playoff games, you never know. It's like a cup game. It's a lottery. But play 28, won 28. I can't really ask any more than that. The goal now is to continue that. we've hit the post from the corner. But the goal is to continue that form. I believe we're now actually 31 wins in a row if you take into account last season as well. But the goal is to win every single game, every single season, and eventually not concede any goals in the league season. That would be fantastic. Rossi's breaking through though. Now he's took it round the keeper and just slots it in for his 24th goal of the season. Rossi's been absolutely fantastic for us. One of the players that we are looking to keep hold of. It's a great play with a defence win the header there. It's actually Diarra in midfield. Thomasoni, one-touch passing by Castronella, and Rossi just takes it around the keeper. Keeper dives about 3 years after the ball's gone past him. And that's us into the final of the Cup. Just out of curiosity, who are we going to get? It's between Trey Penny and Folgore again. Obviously, they've just played each other in the playoffs for the league. Folgore game throwing penalties. I've got no idea what happened in the first leg. I didn't really pay that much attention to it. Cardona with the effort there. Maradona would have scored it. Cardona didn't. But yeah, Folgore's fall from grace is really sort of surprised me this season. We played them first 2 seasons in the playoffs. We knocked them out in the semi-final last year. We lost them in the first year. Obviously, we also beat them in the cup final last year. They've just managed to sneak into the playoffs this year with a final day victory. So really a fall from grace from them. But I suppose that is what San Marino's like when it's full of semi-professional clubs. Anybody can come in for any other player because none of them are valued or anything. Orselli falls over there and he's given a penalty, which is going to be took by Kevin Rossi. Can he get his 25th of the season? He should do. I don't think he's missed one yet this season, and he doesn't miss this one either. Sends the keeper the wrong way. 25 this season for Kevin Rossi, the Italian. Kevin's not really much of an Italian name, is it? Yeah, great penalty there by Rossi. We don't need to say that. It sends the keeper the wrong way. And that's 5-0 on aggregate now. And it's pretty much like this season's gone. It's been absolutely dominant. That's why I've sort of, skipped ahead most of it. I just don't want to be showing you 10-15 matches a season where we're just battering teams. It's just going to get boring very, very quickly. The main focus of this is to build the nation, to build Cosmos. It's Europe. Europe is where this save is going to be make or break. Hopefully we can actually progress a little bit further in the Champions League next season instead of just getting knocked out in the first round. We gave a good account of ourselves against Flora Tallinn. Much bigger team than we are. It's a team I've actually heard of before. I've never heard of Cosmos or SS Cosmos before. I've never really heard of any of the teams in San Marino before, to be fair. Yeah, it's a long ball forward over the top by Diarra. It's cut out by Comanducci, one of our former players there, and the keeper just hoofs it long. Lipoli collects it easily, the man who's leaving us, into Diarra. Speaking of people leaving us, Cardona did actually accept my offer as opposed to the other offer. He's on a rather large appearance fee now, though. It's pushed our wage budget back up towards that £1,000. But we do have £900,000 in the bank now, compared to last season where we were. Rossi grabs his hat-trick there with his 26th. Compared to last season where we had about £90,000 in the bank. So I'm hoping for next season with the much higher funds in the bank for a massive increase in the wage budget. That's one of the things is why our job is only at stable and secure, because I'm massively overspending on the wage budget. I've asked the board to increase it several times and they keep saying no because of my handling of finances is so poor. They're not willing to give me any more money. And my argument to that is make the wage budget higher and my finances handling won't be so bad, But we've got loads of money in the bank now. We're going to get more next season from Europe. Even if we lose in the Champions League, again, we're going to go into the Conference League, which again is worth a lot more money to the club. We are on the attack again now, though. It's 4-0. We've put them to the sword. Castronella, can he grab himself a goal? He can. He makes it 5-0. That's his 20th of the season, and we've battered them. We've absolutely battered them. 7-0 on aggregate. A devastating counter-attack by Cosmos. This is just what we've been doing all season. We just pass the ball around so well compared to the other teams. One-touch passing. We've always got the extra man there. Catanella slots it past the keeper. Still 0-0 in the other game. I'm interested to know now what the score in the first leg was. I'm well aware that I started on the screen, which actually showed me I just didn't really look. You know, I wasn't really that interested. I am now though. But just running down this game now. It's a comfortable win. The referee's going to blow the full-time whistle there to bring the game to an end. Let's see who we are going to play in the final. Trey Penny 3-1 on aggregate. So Folgore knocked out there. Next episode is going to be the playoff semi-final, quarter-final, beg your pardon, and I think we'll also throw the cup final in there as well, get those two out of the way, and then that's going to leave us with the semi-final and the final, providing we progress. For the last episode of the season, we'll also do a little quick review of the season, in that after the playoff final / cup final, whichever game comes last. But thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, please leave a like on the episode. It helps me out so much, helps the channel grow, helps me become noticed. You know, it helps my videos show up on other people's videos at the end and stuff like that. You know, it's all part of the YouTube algorithm. Any support is greatly appreciated. But thanks, guys, and I'll see you all next time.
I don't really know what comes next, I'm just doing my best.